all the time you spend, you tuned in to. It's time again to cherish all the time you spend, you tuned in to. It's the number one podcast. The topics of discussion when we broadcast. So all them artificial man jokes, we do it natural from the concrete to a public standpoint. Real, wherever you're from, life is coexistence, but to know the real, you just gotta listen. Wherever you're from, life is coexistence, but to know the real, you just gotta listen. It's time again.
What up, y'all? You tuned in to the 52 Scott Podcast. This is Music Monday, and I'm your host, Slash. And with me, I got Comedian 96, K Money, Freddie G. Together, we are the Mind of Men. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow us on Twitter, 52 Scott Podcast, on Instagram and Facebook, The 52 Scott Podcast. All right, y'all, welcome back to Music Monday. Again, another great topic for you. I want everybody to think about their favorite artists, and I'm sure it's a lot of them. Whatever artist you think of, album you would want to hear this year, according to whatever reason you have. So if you listening and you got something, just kind of jot it down so you can think about it. But I want to talk about the 10 most anticipated albums from the Messenger's perspective, and I also want us to kind of come up with the artists that we think, to show just the differences of who would like to hear what. Of people that actually love music, because everybody's going to want to hear a certain album from a certain person, this year. So first, I want to start it off now. Cardi B has a most anticipated album this year, according to the Messenger. So I think that would be a nice album. I like Cardi B. It would be interesting to hear if she's reinventing herself or not, or is she just gonna go with the same, almost trap music, bad girl, freaky girl type music, right. You know what I mean? So I would love to hear that from Cardi B, but I would also like to hear that from like a Nicki Minaj as well, What would Nicki be talking about this year? So after Cardi, now, I can't really pronounce this. I'ma try. Dua Lipa. Y'all ever heard of her?
I've never heard of her.
Yeah.
Is she from the States?
No, she's not.
Let me see.
She's also an actress. She's been in several movies, man. You probably know her from movies more than you do the music.
I'm Googling her.
So I didn't know she had music, but I guess it's pop music is what she's doing.
Yeah.
Well, she got some
but she's got a new release. So, it wouldn't be the most anticipated album for me because I don't know her music.
I don't know. She got some nice lips though.
But some people may know her. I just don't know.
I never seen
actually who she is.
Yeah.
Now, some of y'all might think that y'all would want to hear Ariana Grande.
Well, I don't listen to her, but I can see her album being anticipated.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because she's got a lot of different listeners.
She got a lot of fans. She was like a modern day, I hate to say it because Christina's still young, Christina Aguilera, but she just got a little bit more, her fan base, I think, because of IG and, got a little bit more than Christina did.
Yeah,
but
because of social media, basically.
Social media, yeah.
And that does help a lot of different artists, because, like I say, I don't listen to their music,
right.
Some of them, but I may have heard of their name or saw a quick little video and, watched it, because somebody's going to post one of these artists, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So,
she just had one come out, because the Christian girl redid it. So that one just was fresh because... And they want another one that fast?
Yeah.
It's called Misbehavior or something like that. And the Christian girl did it, and she redid it. So that song was pretty popular, and that was pretty fresh.
Yeah. Well, see, I think this album that they're saying is going to be most anticipated.
Yeah.
Is from a upcoming film. That's coming
soundtrack.
out.
Oh, that's
so it'll
what it
probably
is.
be, no, she's actually in the movie.
Who is this we talking about again?
Ariana
Grande.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's probably what this album
She
is
has a
geared
song
to.
on the soundtrack.
Yeah, you know, they always do extra promotion, especially when you're an artist. You got an album coming out too. You know, you kind of double your pleasure on that one. So that's totally understandable. Now, Rihanna, I definitely want to hear her album. And I think we did a Music Monday where we kind of talked about her about to release an album this year or working on an album, but she was taking the road to raising her kids for a while, you know, and just stayed out of the music for a minute.
Yeah, I can definitely see her album being anticipated.
Yeah.
Highly anticipated.
Yeah, and I think it'll sell very well too.
Oh yeah, I'm sure she do really, really well with sales. She always does, you know.
Yeah.
So Billie Eilish. You ever heard of her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nuh-uh.
So she has an upcoming album that I guess a lot of people would go and check, because I don't know her either.
That's a sister and brother group.
Yeah.
And,
What genre of music?
Yeah.
So it's two of them.
Yeah, it's a brother. The brother plays, I think, guitar and sometimes probably piano, if I'm not mistaken, and she's vocal. She plays instruments also.
Yeah.
What genre? I would have to say
Like a BB and CC type singing.
BB and CC one.
Yeah,
No,
like-
Gospel.
That's big gospel.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, this is more on soft rock, hard rock.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like contemporary.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I would listen to him. She has a couple
would
songs.
listen to her?
She has a couple
Yeah.
songs I like.
Yeah. So for me, I had never heard of them, you know, but not an anticipated album for me,
Yeah, I done heard.
you know.
Yeah.
So SZA
Okay.
would
Okay.
be an anticipated album for me to want to hear.
Then
you know?
she just dropped one herself, didn't she?
That's
I
right.
mean, hers is fresh. They
Yeah.
want some more?
Well, when you're an artist like SZA and you touch those charts, where you really hot and you being viewed now in a different light, you have to keep hitting them with something.
You're not lying about that. I'm gonna tell you why. Boyz II Men was my favorite, still my favorite, one of my favorite groups. They used to come out every August with an album. Every year for 4 years straight.
Yeah, Boyz II Men.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you're not lying about that because they was hot.
You have to, man.
You have to.
In order to stay hot, and if you do that, you can definitely give yourself a 5-year stretch.
Yep.
Where you got this opportunity to drop at least 3 or 4 platinum records, if not 5. You know what I'm saying?
Well, if you're independent, you would probably be able to do that much easier.
Yeah.
Versus being on a label, because sometimes the label want to work the first album you drop,
Right.
and then okay, you want to drop another one.
Well, what they do is they do an option with you. If your first album do this good, then we give you the option. You know, of if you want to do another album. But basically, it's their option.
Yeah.
That's like them saying, okay, you want a 5-year deal, that's cool. But depending on how your first album sells, we have the option if we want to sign you for 4 more. You don't have that option.
For
Even
4
if
4 more years or 4 more
years.
albums? Because I thought also that
Well,
the number.
no, it's like 4 more years, because some artists don't do an album a year.
Right.
Some of them like every other year. Unless, now if you the type of artist that can do one a year, then you have a better chance of it being your option. But when you don't, let's just say, because here's the thing, if your first album don't sell, you'll never know what your option was anyway, because they not going to sign you again to do nothing else. You didn't make them no money. So you got to keep dropping them, you know, but I think SZA's would be a really good album, and I think she's doing well at, even if she's not on dropping her album, she's at least on the song with somebody.
If she did drop, though, I think it'll be a successful album.
Yeah, I like SZA, you know.
Yes.
I like
SZA.
SZA.
We love SZA.
Now, this person, I wouldn't say for me to be anticipated by her album. She did okay musically, but she really does better in the films, in movies. Jennifer Lopez. what do you think her album would be about right now?
I'm good.
You know,
I'm good on that.
Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, she never really had you know.
I can't name her other prior albums. I only know one song.
I mean,
Jenny from the Block. That's it.
I disagree, man. I would love to hear Jennifer Hudson.
Yeah.
I'd see. I like to see her
Lopez.
act.
Lopez.
Lopez.
I'm
I like to
sorry.
see her
Jennifer
act.
Lopez. Yeah.
My bad.
I like to see her act.
Yeah, I like.
I like to see her in
man.
movies. She
Yeah.
I
can
agree.
play some movie roles.
Yeah, I agree. I prefer to see her acting.
Yeah, J-Lo, but I didn't. For me, that wouldn't be a most anticipated album. But everybody feel the way they feel, you know. Usher would be an anticipated album I want to hear.
Yeah.
I'd like to hear how Usher would do, and I'll tell you why.
Man, seem like he in the studio every day though.
But this is what Usher does. To make him a good artist, and he can always drop one and people come back because Usher has that body of work.
Yeah,
He's dropped an album where every song on there
hit.
was banging.
Banging, yeah.
Yeah, it's on. You know, one other artist like that, Tamia. Same thing. She does this every time she comes out. It's a banger.
And I don't disagree to that. I just never heard her whole album. She have songs, she got jams, you know, but I've never really sat down and listened to her whole album.
Yeah, you sleeping on Tamia.
Yeah, you're sleeping on every time. It's a banger. Every
Really?
time she comes out.
So she's got that body of work.
Yeah.
just like
I think she does.
Yeah.
You know who I would want to see drop an album? Call me old school, man. Well, I am. But, New Edition. man.
Oh,
I
that's
was
a good
gonna
one.
say that, dog.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that, bro.
Now, all of them, right?
All of them.
Yeah.
New
Even
Edition.
Johnny Gill. And,
All of them.
Yeah.
All
of them.
47 of them.
Yeah, because we see how successful they are on tour and how well they doing, so they
Yeah.
can go ahead
Right,
and drop one.
right.
I know it'll do well.
Yeah.
They
Boy,
should.
I was gonna say that, bro.
I kind of.
So can we play this dead or alive, or are we just playing this alive?
Man,
only?
whatever artist you think would have, because that could make a difference in how music should go anyway. Especially if you bring in a dead artist, because now you're feeling like, okay, I wonder what this artist would sound like right now, today.
So R&B, I'm gonna go R&B first. And
Okay.
Freddie G, look, he stole one from you. I'm finna steal one from him. K Money, Luther Vandross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boy, oh boy.
yeah.
I would
I'll
like
say-
to see that.
Yeah, I would love to hear
Yeah.
Luther nowadays.
Yeah, because Luther had the body of work.
Yes.
Another great. You know what I mean? So of course, Luther, I'd love to hear Luther.
Yep.
So now this person, I've never heard, but he's a Colombian, J Balvin.
Oh, he was on Cardi B. We just talking about that earlier, and I wanted to say something about that on Cardi B. I do want to see her, but I want to see her. I like it like that, and J Balvin was in that video.
Yeah.
Him and Bad Bunny.
Yeah,
Bad Bunny and J
he's
Balvin.
supposedly the hottest Latino
Yeah,
right now.
they
right?
both were
Yeah.
in that. I like it like that.
Well, she's in a good position, you know. That's pretty good. But don't know what that sounds like, but she did some or they did some stuff with Khaled. So, you know, good deal on that. Now, this is a different direction. But I like their music. Green Day.
I don't know that.
Yeah.
That's
You know
what
Green
rock-
Day?
Yeah.
Who are they?
I like
They're
them
like a
also.
rock band.
I like to hear Green Day.
Oh, okay. I
You know, The American Dream is Killing Me is one of the songs, you know.
Yeah, see, that's the same genre as Billy Idol.
As right,
Yeah.
right. So yeah, I'd like to see them.
Did you
'cause
say Billy Idol?
no?
I-
But when you mentioned Billy Idol, I was just about to say that's who I'd want to hear album from, also from that era.
Me too.
I mean,
Yeah,
you know, from that
Yeah.
type of music, that
Yeah,
genre. you know.
exactly. Yeah,
I'd love to hear that. You know, so
Peter Cetera, people like that. Yeah, I would like to see that. I would. Like
yeah, I'd like to see that. So that's the 10 that they felt like would be their most. But there's still some other artists out here that I would like to hear their album right now. And since you mentioned Dead, I'm going to go here. And I'm sure a lot of people love to hear this a Pac album
Oh, man.
in 2024.
Man, it could be
Man, come on.
30, 33. I still want to see it.
You know who? These people are still alive.
Yeah.
Well, one person is dead. It's a group, but this group has never really truly been assembled, right?
Yeah.
but they all are associated with each other. I would love for a Ghetto Boys album to drop with Scarface, Big Mike, and Willie D.
Oh yeah, right nowadays.
See,
That would be a good one.
That
yeah,
would.
because
Be a live one.
Big Mike has never been a part of. He was inserted for Willie D.
But he never got part of the fame out of it.
Yeah, I mean he's stamped his print on it, but I would love to hear what a Willie D, Scarface, and Big Mike
album.
and I would love to make sure Bushwick is included. Some kind of samples of him throughout the album.
Albums.
Yeah.
Yep.
Maybe some kind of making the hook.
Like they do Pac.
Yeah.
Pac been there for how many years, and he's on somebody's album every year.
Not so much his whole verses, but maybe some samples.
Some samples,
yeah. You know,
And with AI nowadays, bro, you never know.
The way they doing, and that's why the music they taking the fun out of it. You know what I mean? And that's cool.
Dope ass album.
But the thing with AI that you mentioned, AI, is I'm kind of cheating the game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And really, why am I cheating the game? It's not because I love it. I'm just trying to make some money off of it. You know. So yeah, I don't like the fact of AI and them having the where you can actually use another person's voice or some artist that's already out voice. Kind of don't like that.
Yeah,
you know?
I don't like that at all.
And that would make none of that an anticipated album for me.
Yeah.
You know,
Not at all.
But if you didn't
Not
know it
nothing
was AI,
period.
Yeah.
then you would enjoy it. But once you found out it was
It's AI.
AI,
It's like, nah, y'all
playing.
killed me.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Because it's not the actual artist. You know, the whole thing is the
I
love
get
for the
that.
artists themselves. You know,
I get
not
that.
AI.
man, a person I would love to hear, and this person is deceased, but Gerald Levert.
Yeah, Gerald Levert.
Oh yeah, that would be tight.
I would love to hear
And
that
Eddie
album.
Levert. OJ's.
OJ, yep.
You know, the
Yeah.
whole family,
Yeah.
man. You know, different music.
Some
you
of that
know.
old school.
Yes, indeed. I'd love it all, man. Who else would I want to hear with a new album in 2024 to release that hasn't dropped anything?
Man, I'm still thinking about that Ghetto Boy album. That would be a live
Yeah, it would be
ass
nice.
album,
It
bro.
would be nice.
Yeah, that would be a live one. Whitney.
Whitney Houston. Yeah, I'd like to hear her. And see, some of these people, when you think about that, man, if some of those people that were dead were still alive, music would be in a whole different place. Because you got to think about when these artists are creating albums, and at these times when you coming up with stuff that's, you know, the music where it sounds up to date, you might change from how you build a bridge or something like that. But either way, when you're doing music like that, man, your stuff kind of lasts forever, and you making a pattern
Yep.
of where music goes. You actually helping lay out a blueprint for what comes next.
Yeah.
You know, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, you know, anybody that does music like that, I would definitely want to hear an album from them now in 2024.
You know, earlier you mentioned Jennifer Lopez, and I actually
Yeah.
had thought you had said Jennifer
Hudson.
Hudson. And
Oh yeah,
I
Jennifer
would
Hudson.
love,
Yes.
Yeah,
I would love to hear an album
Of
from
course,
Jennifer.
yeah.
You know, and I was going to say, you know,
Yeah.
I would hate for her not, you know, to waste that voice that
Right.
she has,
No, she got
which
it,
is
bro.
why I didn't understand when you were
Yeah.
saying I prefer to see her acting.
Yeah.
But,
but Jennifer Hudson. I'd love to hear an album
Yeah,
from
we would love to see us. I'm with you on that,
Yeah.
K Money.
Yeah, you know, I like to
love
hear
to see Hudson and Lopez.
Big difference, huh?
Lopez.
Yeah.
Alive. Now, if these two individuals can, whatever beef they have, man, because normally, you know how we do in Southside, Houston, Texas, we don't be beefing, we don't bar no plex. You know how we do it. If these two can clear up what they need to clear up, I would love to see. I would love to
know
hear
what you're gonna
Zero
Oh, nah.
Yeah.
and Trey the Truth. They were my modern day EPMDs. If we can have them too,
On the album together?
yes,
Yeah.
I would love to. They were good together.
I definitely, well, you know, Zero, they love him, you know, and he's got a really, really large fan base, and what I will say is why it would be a most anticipated album, because I've actually seen Zero in a show, bro, where he don't even have to say none of the lyrics. The whole crowd is singing the whole song.
That's
bro.
what I'm talking about.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was one of the first times I'd ever seen this live from any artist. This man just straight put the mic, for the crowd to sing, and they sung the whole song.
Literally, he didn't have to do nothing. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, he actually did that, and that's Houston's own, man. That was amazing to me. He did something and I'll tell you who matched him, and the only other person I've seen do this, Jeezy. Jeezy the same way, bro.
Same way.
Jeezy is the same way, bro. They gonna know every word he say, and I'd love to hear Jeezy album right now in 2024. I'd love to hear a Jeezy album, man. Because I know to see where he gonna go with it, because he just went through what he went through, with this marriage thing. What's on his mind right now that would make him release the hottest thing, And I'm sure he got some stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
We
did a show earlier, 50 greatest rappers.
Yeah.
I mean, we have to be anticipating, an album from the greatest rapper, Jigga.
Yep.
Yeah. I'd love to hear an album from Jay-Z right now, because what I know about him is he's on a different level. If your mind frame ain't in a business area, you not even gonna think of what's gonna come out his mouth. He takes it to, some people can't understand what Jay-Z be talking about, but Jay-Z's on a different level where
you have to listen to it more than once, I think, before you can get where he coming from.
Right.
Now I know I do.
That goes back to one of your other shows, Andre 3000 and the Flu.
Yeah.
What was he gonna talk about?
And you know what?
What is he gonna talk about?
And you know what? I hadn't listened to it yet.
Yeah. I'm talking about Jay-Z.
Oh,
what is he gonna talk about? What is he gonna talk about on his new album when he comes out? See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, now I kind of understand what Andre is saying.
Right.
What I'm gonna talk about?
What am I gonna say?
Yeah.
And he said that.
Yeah.
What is he gonna talk about?
Yeah. So Jay-Z, I'm saying in my head, what is he gonna talk about?
Yeah.
You're a billionaire now.
He be spitting game though.
Yeah, he do. And you got to be on a certain level.
Yeah.
To understand what he's saying.
Yeah.
He be talking about everything he talk about that made him $1 million, bro. Basically.
Exactly. So that's why it's gonna be anticipated, because I want to see what you're talking about.
So yeah.
Hey, let me ask y'all a question.
Yeah.
Did y'all ever know who Tom Ford was before he started talking about
Nope.
it?
Nope.
Hadn't heard of Tom Ford.
Of it. You're right.
Hadn't heard of him.
So that's an example of him kind of talking over your head a little bit, and if you're not there,
you won't know.
You can't comprehend.
Right. That's why most people can't understand him. That was the perfect example of that, or explanation of that, bro. That's the perfect one, because he goes over your head with stuff, products.
Yeah.
But believe it or not, while he talking about these products, they done paid him. He's advertising for these people. You know what I mean? Jay-Z is a mogul, bro. He worked every opportunity he had, he managed to make some money off of, bro. You know what I mean? It's got to be. But what we need to think is we need to be trying to listen to what he got to say. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We need to hear that. But I'm guessing another most anticipated album for 2024 I would like to hear, because I like this, and this is an actual band. Frankie Beverly and Maze.
Of course.
I love this.
Man, I got a friend of mine that live in Philly, and she just went to a concert 2 weeks ago, and she said Frankie's voice wasn't there.
It's not there, huh?
Nah.
Well, he had been losing his voice and not able to sing.
Yeah, she
a
said
while
he sounded
back.
pretty bad. But
Yeah.
I mean, most of their concerts anyway, the crowd is singing.
Crowd is singing it.
Yeah.
See, another person.
Yeah, you just play the music, man.
Yeah.
And just let it rip. But they made classic songs though. Those songs they've been doing the tours off of those same songs over 20 years.
A long time.
Well over 20 years.
You know what I'm saying?
But see, they made songs where one song back in the day. Remember, I told you our songs last long time. The Betty Wrights and they would so they can do that intro, that happy feeling. Do keep those older songs and just do them forever.
Yeah.
And 2 songs could take up the whole show.
Yeah.
To whereas we make the little short, quick 3 minute 32-second songs now and go on to the next one.
Right, because here it's a lot of stuff missing out of the new songs. The way they writing the songs now, they doing them different.
And the instruments.
And see, glad that you mentioned that, because my next show topic is actually about that. So I want to make sure everybody stay tuned in. Mm-hmm. So because where you was going with they making songs different and they shorter, and see, we're gonna talk about why on the next one. So I want to make sure everybody tune in and come back and listen to that, especially for aspiring artists, because that's gonna be some good information that you might need to know to help you get further in your career. But thank y'all for checking us out. Those are our people that we feel would have a good impact on the most anticipated album of 2024. And from The Messenger, we out. So that's all, y'all, for this edition of Music Monday. Thanks for tuning in. Come back tomorrow and check out True Tuesday with K Money. Hit that like button, subscribe, and follow us on Instagram and Facebook, B52 Scott Podcast, on Twitter at 52 Scott Podcast.